Good morning. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is episode 331 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. What up, Mike?
I'm trapped in the alien spaceship right now. As you can see, they have some green lighting going on. They're making me
They're
perform
literally
for them.
probing Mike and anally over and over and over as we speak.
They are, and it's kind of tickles.
How are you this morning, Derpy?
This has been a running theme with him.
I think my suspicion is this. My suspicion is he got this new video game, Mike, and he can't put it down.
I think you're right. He was knocking it and he wouldn't buy it. He wouldn't play, but I think he is playing it and he's just not telling anyone. There's no shame in video games, Derpy.
Have you played with him yet?
Oh God, no.
No.
Like I play with like two people, and that's it. And when we get more than that, it's like they're all right. Like the other people we play like Call of Duty with, they're cool, they're funny, but for the most part, like I don't know them. So I just what we've talked about online, that's all I can talk about with them. But with the other two that I play with all the time, I know them for a while now. So
it seems to me that he got this new game. He started playing it. He's so into it. He keeps playing. He keeps playing. I know the other day, I checked on him the first day that the Derpy wasn't by, and he says, "Oh yeah." He's like, "You know what? My fault. I stayed up all night. I stayed up a little late last night, so I couldn't make the show." And the only thing that tells me is the day after he got his video game, that he's been playing it so often that he's just like, fuck everything else. And I don't just mean the show. I mean, he's probably like out with everything right now.
It sounds like he is caught in a massive grind right now and he cannot escape. And you know what? We've all been there, but come on, Derpy. You said you wanted to be part of the show. You have to be here. You have to be here. Like I got off work at made it home by 9:30, and all I wanted to do was play video games, Derpy. But you see me here in studio ready to go.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Derpy's in big trouble.
He's you know what? This is what he had one no show, or one no call, no show.
Derpy.
He was late the other day without calling us. Now he's late again today. This is like an attendance issue. We have to sit down and have a serious talk with him about his attendance record.
Yeah.
We know, Derpy, you're not getting paid for this, but at least a little professionalism. Show up on time.
Yeah, or heads up us.
Yeah, it's not like he's driving to studio.
No. One of the weirder things I want to talk about today, the Minnesota Vikings. Let me just lay this out for you, Mike. We spoke yesterday. How in the world? What are these guys doing? They gave up their Dalvin Cook. We got to remember they also gave up their Adam Thielen. They also gave up Patrick Peterson. They also gave up linebacker Eric Kendricks. And the only person they're really keeping is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
That is Minnesota Vikings in a nutshell.
We're going to put all of our trust into Kirk Cousins.
I feel bad. I feel bad around at all.
Yeah, well, they got Justin Jefferson, who might be the best receiver in the league, or top 3 at least.
He see how that works out for them. Let's see how that works out.
Yeah, I know, poor guy. Like, yeah, him and Dalvin Cook, that was a nice little offense there. Thielen, Thielen's good when he we haven't seen him perform without Justin Jefferson or without the guy up in Buffalo.
But he's been there for a minute. He used to be one of the better players. He was an All-Pro early. I mean,
but he had a lot of some help around him. But he was good.
He's an elite receiver. No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, if you're going to give up your starting running back, your number 2 receiver, your one of your top All-Pro cornerbacks,
linebackers. Yeah.
This is the middle. This is the Minnesota Vikings in a nutshell. This is that organization. This is why they can't do anything.
Yeah, the only thing they've done right recently is they paid off their stadium like 23 years early or some nonsense like that, and they saved Minnesota a lot of money. But now apparently they have no money to pay their players.
Yeah,
like the whole point
money they're saving.
The whole point of fleecing your fans in the city that you live in is to get the free stadium so you can pay your players.
And I'm going to be honest with you,
they did it backwards.
I would rather have a good team and not have a stadium I would make a contract with a local big high school and play my pros there before I worried about having a building with no team at all. You know what I'm saying? I want to put good football out. It isn't about the building to me. To me, I don't give two shits what this name, the name of this building up in Pittsburgh is called. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to anybody besides Acrisure. It's irrelevant to anybody besides stadium. Fans don't care about it. And to give you a good example is this: the fans of Pittsburgh who are baseball fans. That's what's selling a stadium. That's bullshit. We've had a bad team for how many years? Every single year since the stadium was built. Nobody cares about a stadium.
No.
Well, care about a stadium.
No, they don't care about the stadium. No, but yeah, like
in a CN I put my team in that position.
You have to have a nice stadium because that's what it's going to attract better business opportunities for more money you would think to pay for your players, but Minnesota's not doing that.
Good football.
Yeah,
like the Pirates. What good is that stadium doing us? What good is that stadium doing?
Because they have a cheap owner. They have a cheap owner who's not going to pay anything.
But it goes along the same lines. What good is the stadium if you don't have a team?
Players want to play at a nice facility.
I don't give two shits. Well, why don't we get good players?
Because we don't have a good facility.
The PNC Park is the nicest park in the country.
Baseball?
People are saying.
Yeah, because our owner's cheap. That's
besides the point. I mean, that's what I'm saying is the stadium is second. That's second. The sport is what people go for. Yeah, it's nice to have a nice stadium. Of course it is. But to me, I mean, you want to have a good football team. You want to have a good baseball team. You want to be able to. That's what the sport is. Yeah, like I said, 30 years, 20 years have gone by. Nobody gives two shits about this PNC Park. The first 10 years we cared like we did. But now the team's still bad, and you know what? We don't care. I don't care about that field.
Like if you have like a halfway decent team, but you have a great stadium and a great stadium appearance, people will go because it's a good time. It's nice. It's a fun afternoon that argument, out.
If we didn't live here and deal with this for the past 20 years, I might agree with you. I'm think now if we have that argument because we lived it for 2 decades is bullshit.
They've only had like a 3-year window where they were good. No, they've only had an average team.
By law of average, you should have 3 years at least when you're good.
Oh yeah,
for a 30-year time period.
That's about all we had.
I mean, that's as low as you could go.
Yeah, because of the Buckos.
We got a stadium, Mike.
We got a stadium. That's about it, man. We got a nice view, but it worked for a while until people realized that what, they're never going to spend money, no matter who their owner is. So why even go? But like back to Minnesota. I'm glad I'm not a Minnesota Viking fan. My God, I'd be killing myself right now.
I just think it's hilarious. They always do.
They can't keep anyone.
The one person they want to keep is Kirk Cousins. Potentially one of the better running backs in the league.
Kirk Cousins puts up great fantasy football numbers, so they can convince themselves that he is a good quarterback, but he's not.
The guy never did anything. That's what.
No, he never did. He's that safe quarterback. You know what? He's not the guy that's going to lead you to victory. You're not going to rally around him. It's not like how Ben was, or like a Tom Brady, a Aaron Rodgers, even like Peyton Manning. Or he's not even like an Eli Manning. I'd take Eli Manning over Kirk Cousins.
Absolutely. I take a roll of toilet paper over Kirk Cousins.
Right?
That has more use to me.
It does. It does. At least the roll of toilet paper performs, its job well and consistently, and especially in the clutch.
So
toilet paper is always there in the clutch.
Leads me to my next point. Now I have a list of people, Mike, who could be possibly targets of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Which I think that
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, who these names are being thrown around as possibility. Now I'm going to start with number 1 here, and I think it's outlandish to even drop his name in this conversation.
Oh God, is it who I think it is?
Well, no, I'm gonna go backwards here because we're making the switch over from the Vikings. Dalvin Cook popped up, Mike. His name popped up in the Steelers being a team possible that might be interested in signing Dalvin Cook. How many running backs do you need when you don't have a linebacker? We have a starting running back, and we have a damn good backup running back. And and I don't even take this serious, but people are seriously saying this online that Dalvin Cook is a possible decent fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Make this make sense, Mike, please.
I would love it. Dalvin Cook as my 1, Najee as my 2, Jaylen Warren as my 3. Sign me up, but it's never going to happen.
No, that's insane.
Never going to happen at all. It's just, it seems like anyone who's becoming available is coming to Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, this is.
I don't get it. It's a pipe dream, and no. I would love to have it. My God, that backfield would be amazing.
Yeah, on Madden, this is the greatest idea ever.
On Madden, it'd be the greatest thing ever. You sign him for the league minimum on Madden. But in real life, it's not going to happen. Why would he come here and try to compete?
Exactly.
And be the number one? He is a number one. He's proven it. He has a track record of, 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, 4 consecutive, over 1,200 yards rushing. This guy's a legit number 1 running back.
He wants to go somewhere, be the man, which he should.
Mm-hmm.
I think Miami could prosper. I think somebody like that would that would put them over the top and make them instantly a contender.
Yeah, I forget who Miami's running backs are, to be honest with you.
I think it's that guy from San Francisco.
Raheem, Mostert. He's not bad, but he's no Dalvin Cook.
But you put him and Dalvin Cook in the same mix. I mean, that's elite.
I take that. Yeah. Yeah, he had just under 900 yards last year. He's number 21 in rushing. My God, you put Dalvin Cook back there, lights out.
Number 2, Chase Young. Chase Young.
Oh, he's the one.
I wouldn't mind having Chase Young because this could certainly help a little bit of a depth issue on the defensive side of the ball. And to me, from what I'm reading, Mike, it seems like there's potential here. This could possibly, this could possibly happen. What do you think?
I would love it. He's one of those guys that he fits that outside edge rusher that, his size, his speed, his explosiveness. Dude is a beast. Mike Tomlin's been a fan of him. Everyone remembers that year we played against the team from Washington, and they ran into each other on the sideline, and Tom was like, you know what? I would love to have you on my team, but to get you, I would not like to have happened to get you, meaning, we would have to finish terribly because this guy was a top 5 pick. And if there's a chance to get him, I think Mike Tomlin would jump at the chance to get him. This guy, once again, Washington wasting a player's ability and talent. I think he could come here and he could play. He could be an outside, edge rusher. Just, he really hasn't had a drop in edge. So don't make him a true linebacker, but someone who can, rotate in behind TJ, rotate in behind Highsmith, maybe play down on the D line as well. He's not as big as you would like for a 3-4 end, but my God, still at his highs in size, 6'5", 264 listed. I'd have no problem putting him on D line. Just imagine you would have him, Keanu Benton, and Cam Hayward, and then Ogunjobi. I would like him. I don't know what's going to cost to get him though in a trade. And then you got to pay him next year because I think his 5th-year option's up. So, but on paper, on Madden, do it. Do both these moves, baby.
Yeah. Next player connected with the possibility of going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wide receiver Hunter Renfrow.
Because our little scrappy white guy didn't work out before. Yeah. So we're gonna try a new. It's like we're
the little white guy never works for us.
Gunner
New
didn't
England,
work.
He works like a charm. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we had that one guy that
Sean
Ben always
Murray
liked.
And
who was it?
Oh, there was Sean Murray for a while.
Yeah,
Gunner,
they don't work for us.
They don't work.
They don't work for us. They don't. No, just because it hasn't worked in the past, I'm afraid to do it now.
Can somebody just get a linebacker, please?
Right? Can we get another inside linebacker? Well, I'm just surprised, no one has received. They haven't received any trade talk for this guy. No one's called to see him. They want to trade him. They flat out release him, which I find comical.
Pittsburgh Steelers camp schedule released yesterday, Mike. The camp schedule at St. Vincent College, 56th year at St. Vincent College, as a matter of fact. The camp starts on July 27th and it goes all the way till August 17th. Shortly after that, they'll be getting ready for some preseason football. That was announced yesterday. Mike, there's 93 days. 93 days till Steelers season.
I'm loving it. I am loving it. My God. So I know right before training camp, there's the veteran mandatory mini camp, and then some time off, and then boom, like you said, training camp. It is so close.
Also, word yesterday that the Steelers will be playing Minnesota. I'm sorry, not Minnesota, but the Atlanta Falcons. That game will be on NFL Network. So something else for people to complain about. Like everybody has NFL Network anymore.
But which game? Which game's the NFL Network one?
The Falcons and the Steelers preseason football game.
Oh, okay. That's not bad on the NFL Network.
No. Yeah, see, I don't care. Why do people complain about that?
Nah.
It seems like everybody's package has the NFL.
Yeah, if you're an NFL fan and you do not have the NFL Network, that's on you, bro.
That's just something you look at and you say, yeah, this is right. It's not even like you pick it and it costs all this extra money. Like
it's
this or that.
In there, in your sports package. There. Yeah. It's all the news channels that you don't want are always in there.
Like everything.
It's like the NFL Network. It's like the sports package, whether you want it or not, it's there. You're stuck with
That's why people don't care about TV anymore. People, they're on their phones. You can find your area of interest and delve into it and really get into what you like instead of looking through channels for 3 hours, finding something that's
I don't even,
just to sit there and
I watch the same things over and over. I don't branch out anymore. I stream everything
across the parking lot. PNC Park, the New York Mets come to town tonight. The Mets are just about in the same position we are in the sense that they have to. They're 30-33. Mm-hmm. They lost 13-10 to the Braves last night. They're kind of, the Marlins really taking over. The Braves are the Braves. The Mets got to start winning. And this series here, I think, is big for both of these teams, Mike.
It is. They need it. Like the Mets are sitting third, fourth in their division. Like you said, they're falling fast. I'll tell you what, though, this pitching matchup tonight. Oh, boy. McGill and Hill. It's like two identical pitchers. I just pulled it up because I forgot to check before the show. But yeah, they are the exact. Their stats are so similar. So I'm predicting we're going to get shellacked. I'm going with that until we can prove otherwise because that A's series kind of ruined me. It ruined me. That's what the aliens here in the mothership are telling me too. Is that go with the Oakland A's. Or the New York Mets after what happened with the Oakland A's.
That's a 3-game series. Game 1's tonight, 7:05. As Mike said, it's Dick Mountain versus Tyler McGill. Dick Mountain has a 5-5 record with a 4.41 and 61 Ks on the season. McGill has a 5-3 record, 4.40 ERA and 48 Ks on the season. The rest of the way through the series, Oviedo pitches tomorrow in the 4:35 game, and Mitch Keller pitches Sunday afternoon. For the Mets, Senga pitches tomorrow and Carrasco on Sunday.
No, apparently, these are our 3 best pitchers. We better win at least 2 out of 3. They need to regroup after what happened against
4-2 in the first 6 games of the 9. So when you look at it that way, when you zoom overall pan out a little bit, it doesn't look so bad. And then you look back a couple weeks to where Oakland went into Atlanta and did what they did to Atlanta. Yeah. It doesn't look so bad.
This happens in pro sports, but when it happens to your team, and it seems to happen regularly, you get discouraged. But, absolutely. You're hoping some of the trends that you're seeing, especially with Big Stack's not doing anything since his contract signing. Is he ever going to break out of that? Mitch Keller, his past 3 starts is getting rocked. I wish
he would get abducted by
Is he gonna get it under control? But also on the bright side, look, our guy, Brian Hayes, the one who we were, or at least I was ripping on earlier this year, saying he's a high paid player, needs to step it up. He's stepping up, not only in the field where he's you don't have to really worry about him. But at the plate now, he's starting to get hot. He's rattling off good game after good game after good game. So there are some bright spots on this team. I just don't want to dwell on the negatives because it's so easy to dwell on the negatives with the Pirates. But, Hey, Brian Hayes right now, he's a bright spot on the team. And Andrew McCutchen, my God, old guy, just chugging along.
Everybody in the division loses yesterday.
Hey.
Got a little help from Baltimore, who beat the Brewers. So that leaves us a one game. We're one game. One game out of first. Here we are.
We'll take that, baby.
No, Reds lost. We're in third place, 5 games out. Cubs 7.5. Cardinals 8 games out. The Cardinals start a series against the Reds today, so that's an interesting interdivision game.
We kind of need St. Louis to win there.
Play San Francisco, but here's the kicker for me: Brewers go on to play the A's now. The Brewers and the Oakland A's. So
come on, Oakland, baby.
If this isn't going to be a kick us when you're down kind of weekend, in my opinion.
Right. We definitely have to win. We have to keep pace with the Brewers. We can't expect Oakland to have that great series.
Because the Brewers will sweep them or something. They'll sweep
as long
the
as we win 2 out of 3, only drop a game. That's fine. That's fine. We can handle that. But if we lose 2 or get swept and Milwaukee does the opposite, then the season might start to slip away. It's quote unquote still early, but
I just keep
when the buck goes, man, you got to keep it close.
I just keep waiting for that free fall to start. Just keep waiting for that free fall. Or like when you see the old cartoons, they have their hands on the end of the cliff, and the other guy comes and steps on them. You're down to your last finger. You can just feel it. You just feel that last finger hanging on.
30 years of buck of baseball has done to me.
Yeah, look at you. You're a disaster.
I had before Bonds, Bell, Bonilla, Vince, like all those guys left, I had a full head of hair. I was in shape, and ever since then, man, it's downhill.
You were 10, no
right? I had
a
sunny disposition about life and sports.
Yeah.
Look at me. Now look at me. This would be an Pirate does to you.
Just look at you.
Just look at 30 years and 30 years.
The Florida Panthers. They finally notched a win in the Stanley Cup Finals. Mike, the Panthers take Las Vegas to overtime last night and win the game 3-2, and they make the series 2-1 in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. So now you have a series again because now we're at home. Yeah. Now we got to win. If we win tomorrow, this thing is a brand new series. Game 4 is tomorrow at 8:00 p.m.
Like what? Carolina, Florida Panthers are undefeated in overtime this year. In the playoffs. That's insane. They're clutch when it goes to extra innings.
Did you hit your volume button?
Something. Things are all jacked over right now. Like the aliens, they don't know what they're doing. They can't.
We'll get into that in a second. I don't even want to.
But no. Also, this is a series, man.
In the NBA,
he bounced back. He had a big bounce back game.
Yeah,
he stole that game.
Absolutely, I'm interested now. I'm interested now. If Vegas wins this one last night, I have barely even worked up any interest for the Stanley Cup Finals, but I'm interested now. Vegas wins last night, the series is over. Now,
in
the NBA game, go ahead.
I was going to say 24th year in a row where Stanley Cup has gone at least 5 games.
All right, good for the sport. We know that.
Yep.
NBA Finals Game 4 tonight. Denver's up 2-1 over Miami in this series. Both Florida teams in both series are down 2-1. This is at 8:30 tonight. Do either one of these Florida teams, either one of these 2 teams come back and win the championship this year?
Oh, I think Denver's gonna take the NBA championship. The way Jamal Murray and Jokic are playing right now, they have to stop themselves. They have to beat themselves, and I don't see them doing that 3 more times. This Florida Panther team, I can see them winning. If they got Bobrovsky's been hot all playoffs, and you know how it is in hockey, man. You can ride a hot goalie all the way to the Stanley Cup.
Absolutely.
The Penguins, when Fleury went down and Murray came in, he was an unproven rookie and he got hot. And I'm not saying he was the only reason they won, but he was a huge part of it because they were able to play with confidence that they were able to take these chances and that, hey, this goal is going to make the save. And, Bobrovsky playing the way he is, that's giving this Florida Panther team confidence, and that's huge. It's huge that you're able to take chances, knowing like, hey, if we get a 2-on-1 break or a breakaway back here, our goalie's going to bail us out, and that's to have that in the back of your mind, that's huge. So I can see Florida doing it. I don't see the Heat pulling one off. I think that Denver team is just too good. Especially in basketball, where one and two guys can take over.
Playoff series is going on right now. Check them out, both the NBA and the NHL. This weekend, Mike, tomorrow, the second to last game of the year for the Pittsburgh Maulers. Travel up to Canton to see them play the Michigan Panthers. This is at noon tomorrow. Remember, everybody, it is Fan Appreciation Day. You get a Pittsburgh Mauler bobblehead. Also, $1 hot dogs, $1 pop. So make your way up to see the Maulers.
Let's go. Dollar menu, baby.
Finally, the Pittsburgh Passion, they're playing their last game of the season in a rematch of the game earlier this year that they played up in Boston against the Boston Renegades. It didn't end up pretty, but the Pittsburgh Mauler or the Pittsburgh Passion, they want them to come down to their place. They're coming down West Allegheny tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. Hopefully the Passion can get the win this time to get into the playoffs.
I hope so. Exercise those demons. In that Boston team, F them. They need to lose, man. Another dynasty up in Boston.
Imagine that.
Right.
All right, Mike. So I waited long enough. What's going on with these aliens now? I can't take this anymore.
They were out in Vegas, man. A cop got a call about
Did they show this?
It's about aliens in their backyard, like 8-10 feet tall, and at the same time, the cop, his partner saw something flashing through the sky, and there were a bunch of reports about UFOs out in Vegas, and someone said, they saw them there, like 8 to 10 feet tall, big almond eyes.
Let me ask you this.
Out in the background.
Let me cut you off.
Backyard, yeah.
Did they show the body cam yet?
No, come on now. You know how getting police body cam is hard. Now trying to do it with aliens and extraterrestrials.
It all depends. It all depends what the narrative is. Because
that's true.
That's
super
easy. So they didn't show the
they didn't show the body cam yet. No, but I'm sure people are filing Freedom of Information Act requests to get this footage. And hey man, the truth is out. The truth is out there.
The truth doesn't matter.
No, I want some.
I'm going to tell you why. Real quick, I'm going to give you a quick lesson. Check out the Smith-Mund Authorization Act. It was signed made back in the day, but it was revised about 10 years ago. In the Smith-Mund United States from using propaganda and propagation against citizens. It only okayed them to use it on everybody else around the world. And there was a revision buried about 10 years ago in a big bill that then changed things to now they could use propagation against, for anybody that's listening to the show that's interested to take a look it up, and I think you're going to find that interesting.
UFOs are here, man. They're coming up. They were trying to put out the fires and they got lost in Vegas. Okay?
I just want to see the camera.
Humanitarian work.
Don't play around. Show us the fucking video camera. These people, they're nuts. There's no get out of here.
You aliens coming here to Earth, man. They're looking at this planet and they're skipping on by.
Smith-Mund, look it up. But Mike, go ahead and tell everybody about the website, would you?
TwoDumbYinzers.com. You can catch up with everything Two Dumb Yinzers over there, TwoDumbYinzers.com. The aliens right now they're literally on there right now. They're clicking on everything that we have over there, especially the merchandise store. They're checking that out. They are loving the Bob Nothing merch up here in the Alien Mothership, and I'm too lazy to find the graphic to pull it up on screen. So Ryan's going to be happy with that. But no, yes, TwoDumbYinzers.com, links to the email, merchandise store, links to Spotify, Anchor, Stitch. What else do we have on there? Yeah, that's about it. Oh, yeah. That's about it. Everything you need is Two Dumb Yinzers. Just type in wherever you are, social media wise. Type in Two Dumb Yinzers. We will pop up. We will be there.
We'll be there. I said a bunch of aliens. See look above us here you see the stars. You might see aliens up there if you look close enough. Everybody.
And
we're not going to hide the camera from you. We're not going to hide the footage.
They traveled 50 million light years to come anally probe us and steal our cattle. Because that's what you do when you can, mastered space and time travel.
But as we said, we will never hide the footage from you. If there's an alien up there, you see it, it's yours.
You know why they went to Vegas? It's just a long flight. And they were trying out for the Oakland Raiders. They want the Jimmy Garoppolo treatment, baby.
Yes, I want the Jimmy Garoppolo treatment. Mike, let's do day 2. This is day 2, game 2 for us for the New York Mets trivia.
I'm ready.
A little bit more difficult than yesterday, but I didn't think yesterday was that difficult. So let's see how today goes. Shea Stadium, Mike.
City Park. All right. City Field.
Here we go. What year did the Mets win their first World Series? What year did the Mets win their first World Series? I'm going to give you some. Just pull yourself together, huh? Hold on. Let me channel from the aliens here for a second. Let me see if I can get any information.
See, the aliens, they're saying right now they don't like baseball.
Hold on.
They're more into cricket. I hate you.
Okay, here for you. You're not going to be able to miss, Mike. You're not going to be able to miss because the aliens from billions of light years away just came here all the way to Earth and gave me, they found it so important where they said, you know what? I have to give you hints for your show. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I think the aliens are, they're ready too.
Okay. What year did the Mets win their first World Series? The first hint that the aliens gave me was that team was nicknamed the Amazings.
Amazing Mets?
The Amazings. Okay. So that probably didn't give it away.
No.
Number 2. The aliens. Oh, okay. The aliens said to say not METS, but JETS. Ooh. Hold on. One more hint. Okay. Got it. The Summer of Love, Mike. The Summer of Love. We're looking for the year that the Mets won their first World Series. They were called the Amazings. Don't say the JET. Don't say the METS. Say the JETS. And finally, the Summer of Love. If these 3 hints don't give you the answer just beaming into your head like alien powers, I don't know what else to tell you.
Only thing I know is when I'm around in the summer, it's always the Summer of Love. Yeah, baby.
All right. So what do you
1966?
1966. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right, I'll go ahead and lock you in on that.
If it's 67, I'm going to kill someone.
All right, then let's see. Derpy, what do you think was the first year that the Mets won their first World Series?
Derpy, where you at, bud?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Oh my God, there's an alien in the back corner.
All right, so there you go. We got everybody's answers. Here we are. Question of the day. Mike, what year did the Mets win their first World Series? Were this the Amazings, METS, but the JETS, and the Summer of Love? The answer, of course, Mike, was the year that the Jets won their only Super Bowl. The Summer of Love with Woodstock was 1969. 1969.
Oh.
You weren't far off. You were in the right decade.
No, I was close.
Compared to light years away like these aliens are, that was very close, yes. There you go. You learned something new.
Learned something new. I should have known the Summer of Love was 69.
Yeah, how can you ever forget that?
How could I? Yeah, you know.
So, Shea Stadium, 1969. We'll see what it is tomorrow, and then also Sunday, because it will bleed into Sunday as well for the Mets trivia. But yes, do check us out. www. Over there, go check it out, people. I enjoy it thoroughly when I go over there. I think you will as well. We are live all week long, 7 days a week for our summer schedule, 11:30 a.m. every morning. And the show that we do that day gets uploaded the same day at 8 o'clock in the evening over on Spotify in podcast form. You can check it out over there in podcast form on Spotify. Oh, what a day. I wish Derpy was here to see all this. This was a mess. We actually got some really, really interesting things going on.
We had some good stuff. We had some good stuff.
The aliens and
yes.
You know.
Maybe the aliens came and took Derpy.
Maybe Derpy was abducted. You know what? I'm kind of concerned, actually.
You know what? It would actually be funny if he did get abducted by aliens.
I know. Now it's going to be a disappointment if he's not abducted by
aliens. I know, right?
Oh, now I'm going to be pissed. He shows up tomorrow, I'm going to be pissed off.
He better be looking all alien-y tomorrow.
Mike, what do you got before we take off, brother?
Oh, I got nothing. I haven't had anything for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now.
I got something for you. I'm gonna pick up the load here for the end. I don't usually do this. 2 words.
Suck it?
No. Close.
I say I got the DX colors going, baby.
If there's problems with the Steelers offense or problems with the fires in Canada, the 2 words that it always comes back to: blame Canada. And there you are, everybody, for the 2 dumb Yinzers, Ryan, Mike, and a possible alien abducted Derpy. Everybody have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you.